Hi folks, and welcome back to some more Ultimate General American Revolution. You may have noticed that I was a little bit taken aback by our defeat at the Battle of New York in the last episode. Well, I mean, I wasn't expecting quite so many angry British redcoats and German mercenaries to come storming at me. However, I feel like we have recovered from our little setback and we have a new plan of action. The British don't seem particularly keen on advancing out of New York, which is fantastic for us, which means we're going to keep the majority of our 14,000 strongman army here to keep them bottled up, and we're going to send some regulars with some militia off to go and pacify the West. That's the plan. Let's jump in and see if we can pull this off. Alright, so we have one of the new regiments of regulars coming in. We'll team those up with somebody else. And I think we can free up some militia. Fort Penn, I think he's going to hold. I'm going to take the non-artillery guys out, partly because they're the weakest, but also because, well, we just can. And I'm going to march those guys north. There's a lot of enemy around here, and we're going to form a little army, which I think with the regulars we can use from Fort John, and we can go and trash these guys. Alternatively, we could use them to maybe, we could maybe go in here, take these two, pull some of those guys out. Okay, that might also be a plan. I am going to relocate this chap. Let's bring him out. I just need to hope that nobody comes to invade that side. That's absolutely essential at this point. We have supply wagons that we can pull out. I'm going to leave them just filling up there. That's cool. All right, let's play and see what happens. So let's get Davis and his guys down here. Meanwhile, let's tool them up with... Do we have any regulars? We don't have regulars. So I'm going to send... I need at least one more unit of regulars to go up there. Do you know what? Carroll's brigade. These guys have been around for like ever. And they've been extremely effective. Let's march them up. Forward! And I feel like I could probably bring the militia in as well. Leaving me 10,000 men to deal with whatever comes out of there. Now, if they all come out at once, we're in trouble and we have to retreat. That's just the way it is. Can we also get you in there as well? Brilliant. 2 brigades. Yeah, they're all grouped up. Excellent. Carroll, join up with those. 2 brigades. Do you know what? That's going to be perfect for our little advance from Albany with Mr. Talmadge. Okay, what have we got? Construction Town Hall in Norwood complete. Good. We're waiting for extra materials and specialists. We need to... Actually, there's more guys to be recruited in here. As you can see, we are missing some companies from these. We're going to put that right as soon as we have some specialists, because we need the junior officers for that. But that's okay. In the meantime, we're just going to continue crafting and creating weapons for them, which is kind of what we want. All right, so we've got 10,000 men facing 8,000 in New York. That 8,000 at the moment aren't keen on moving out. I wonder what the supply situation is. We can feed our 10,000. I don't know if they can. Ooh, what's this? Oh, this is a load of... I don't care about relation changes. If they don't affect me, I don't need to know. Meanwhile, up in north, as we say, Ward was keeping an eye on Fort Levi. And if that genuinely has reduced in size, as long as the enemy isn't doing a funny flanking march to come at one of my cities in the background, maybe we'll pull him out again. Let's pull back until we can get some support in there. Actually, I kind of want to be on the other side of that, don't I? So let's cross that river. There's so much to keep an eye on now that this map's opened up, and this is going to be a problem if I don't catch it right. Oh, you need to be out of there and heading up here. So we have our plan, right? We're going to go and starting at Fort Herkimer. Herkimer, I've never heard of it. I have no knowledge of that place whatsoever. But we're going to go marching out of Albany, hopefully with enough supplies. And hopefully nothing's going to come and invade our eastern seaboard. Right, so the chaps over here. Do we have everything we need? Everyone's injured. Oh, we've got some stuff. I'm going to go for willpower for the militia. Try and keep them in the fight longer. Yeah, these guys are okay. I'll leave them in there for now. We are going to invade from there. I might pull troops away down here first. This will be a two-pronged attack. Let's speed things up a bit. The problem with speeding things up a bit... Oh, we've got specialists. Excellent. Right. We definitely have to pause. So the most important thing is to get units into the Fusiliers. These are the ones we need. I'm going to put some mortars in because we have some in the arsenal. And then regular Fusiliers. But they want Charlevilles. I'll try and keep... Oh, there's not many in there. Right. Tell you what, click that anyway. Click apply, because they're going to be to recruit. I suspect there'll be some to buy, right? This was a gamble. And I'm going to buy the Spanish as well. Do we have any Spanish? We got 51. How much money have I got? So money is going down. That's not pleasant. Hang on. Who else can we recruit up? You need some more guys. Ooh, that's not good. So these have to be Fusiliers. I'll just keep these all as Fusiliers, I think. They've got the Spanish, actually. Do we have a lot of those in stock? The Virginia 76 are looking a little bit low. No, we don't have a lot. God, we don't have a lot of anything. Okay, we may have over-recruited. I'll put Virginia 76s in here. Because I think we can afford those. And the rest of my Fusiliers do at least look like they're at full strength. So... there is that. Maybe we should add some... Well, we could put artillery into these. Do we have 6-pounders? Please tell me we have 6-pounders. Ah, we don't. Alright. Okay, well, 3... Are they even worth putting in? I do wonder. However, it's troops, so we will do it. We will absolutely do it. We'll have some regular militia. Civilian muskets, if it has to be, it has to be. And they're almost not worth putting in, you know. We will at least put 4-pounders in there. To be honest, it's just to increase numbers. We just need more weapons, really. What we can do is we can recruit more factories. I can do one more. Yeah, let's put this at maximum. Specialist recruitment, officer recruitment's going on. We may refill the iron because I have a feeling we're short of iron. And if we go to production, I'm maxing out on Virginia 76s. I feel like ammunition is probably okay. It says 1 per day. I don't think that's accurate. And the hunter rifles, they're 4 a day. I don't think they're as important at the moment as these are. So let's take that out. Do we have one spare? What's it put it into? It's put it into something I didn't plan it to. Oh well, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. I think more factories would probably be quite nice. Okay, so where's my little army appearing? Is everyone exhausted? There are not many provisions. I bet there's not many in Albany. There are not many in Albany. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take ye old supply wagon and bring it up there. But from here, we definitely have enough guys to form an army. There should be some more. I thought there was a... Right, Evans is on the way as well. Let's load those guys up here and just go and take this fort. And I believe we can do it. Okay, so we... Oh, no, our specialists have all been recruited. Damn it. We have... Officer recruitment, though, is done, so that's good. I am actually going to throw this in as refill iron. Because we're short of materials, so 13 days, I will actually do that. Excuse me. What's happening up here? Wards in place. We need to set sail, I think, with... Everyone's absolutely knackered here. No, we'll do the attack down here while the guys up in the north recover. We've got some militiamen who are coming up. They're going to occupy the fort. That's the plan. I really don't like this. I feel massively under threat with this down here. At least our forts down here, they're in good order. And the troops are reinforcing. So that's good. You're short of muskets. We're just going to go and check because... Oh, it's probably hunter rifles, is it? No, it's not. It's Spanish muskets. Okay, let's change that. I mean, we have some brown bess in stock. Yeah, let's change that for brown bess. It doesn't really matter. There's none in the arsenal. Are they really short? Let's go to the market again. Keep buying. Probably more efficient to buy them in short bursts like this. Until we can get producing more of our own, we just keep buying. We're going to capture a load shortly anyway, so I don't foresee this as being a massive problem. Oh God, loyalists are alarmed. Faced with the threat of a Continental Army invasion, British officials in the frontier, that's another 4,500 men.
Press the attack.
And there they come. Get in there fast. Now, I don't want these guys... Or do we? Can we bottle them up? They've decided they're not having any of that. Okay, well this is going to be a fight, but we will at least have the advantage. Yeah, I'm just going to trigger that right now. They're all coming, so they've all come in the same place. Successful American diplomacy leads to favourable agreements with Spain. Good. Let's get this on. Let's go. Alright, okay, so we are trying to fan out to surround this fort. God, I hate this overhead view. It doesn't zoom out far enough. The British trying to put a bit of pressure in my direction. At least the militia's advanced. They found quite a few interesting heavy artillery pieces in their way and decided that perhaps isn't for them after all. That's okay. Our objective is to destroy the enemy army and capture it. See, we've got bloody cannons over there. Alright, interesting. What we need to do is just get these guys into some cover, actually. Just pull them back. I am tempted to go screaming forward and shoot at them, but... Oh, we'll give them a volley. Giving them a volley is always nice. I'm quite keen not to get everyone spotted and into a huge fight. Alright, let's get these chaps going around this side of the fort like that, and then we've got two more. We're going to have to rest everyone before we go marching in, and we need people around the back. So far, the British first idea of coming charging out has fallen badly by the wayside. Alright, here we go. So we've got the British pretty much flanked, covered, surrounded. It's all good to go. I mean, some of my guys might be a bit tired, but we're going to go in at this. Let's order the guys in. And I think we should be good for a victory here. With an awful lot of, hopefully, captured Brits coming in out of this. There's a bit of shooting to be done here, but that's okay. Make sure Talmadge is involved. This is going to be the scary bit as we come out of this particular bit here and have to face some flipping cannons, but we do have, I think we have enough of everything. Those guys getting involved, they should be. Okay, let's bring them down. I'm going to move at double speed here just to get things going, but I think we should be pretty much good for an advance, and then we'll slow things up as we get there. These guys, any chance of... See if we can charge them and get the surrender. Can we get them? Charge in, surrendered. Brilliant. Friendly fire? Our artillery's taking a bit of charge. Can we capture some more? Yeah, we've got him. Right, cool. Okay. Yeah, enough with the friendly fire, please. We've had enough of that. Doesn't taste very nice. And no fire is particularly friendly if it's intentionally aimed at you, is it? Let's be honest. Let's engage the enemy on all their positions, if we can. First job is to try and get rid of those cannons. Need to engage everything. From this position, I would try and engage them. They're coming out of the trees. We're going to move the militia a bit further up. I don't want to get a general engagement there just yet. Right then, regular speed. Because this is where it gets fun. I like doing this. And if we can capture the entire force, no one's going to retreat out. We're going to get a nice collection of prisoners. Can we hear any pipes and drums? Sadly, we can't at the moment. Look at that volley, ripping the enemy ranks apart. Well, maybe not quite ripping apart quite as I would much like, but... So anyone who's taking casualties, hold. Actually, we double tap spacebar works quite nicely. Are we ready to engage at the front? I think we'll shake away the enemy. Nice. Very nice. Okay. Engage. 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 I feel like Captain Picard. There's enemy troops surrendering. Where? Where? I don't see. Is that something new? I don't see who surrendered there. Advance. Blocked. The enemy are oh, here we go, here we go. Charge. It is time now to advance into close combat. Make sure the regulars are in there. No, no, that one, thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, and make sure anyone trying to charge through this surrenders. Do we need to order the charge there? They should surrender. They've surrendered. That's fine. It is what we wanted. So the trouble with these sort of campaigns is that we will take a lot of casualties. However, by the time if we're lucky, advanced across the fortress, the frontier, we should have an awful lot of ground taken. More enemies surrendered. Something's down here. What? We're still chasing these guys. Charge. They're exhausted, but charge. Someone's going to get away. We can't have it all, I think. Right, so the Brits are now emptying the fort, which is perfect, because they're about to get a very unpleasant surprise. Ooh, unfortunately. Damn it, these guys are going to get away. Hang on. And charge. 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 Alright, we've got a victory, which is excellent. But we need to actually make sure that we do, in fact, get in there. And also, just pause this damn game a moment. Right, split those units up because we can't occupy them. I don't know why. Now we can. It's making sure we've got the artillery captured. We can occupy some of those. Are there any more guns? I don't think there's any more guns. It's a general surrender, and I think we've just about got it. The only one we can't capture is this guy, so I'm going to halt. They can have shoot them up the arse as they run away. That's fine. But other than that, I think we bagged the entire garrison there. Well done, guys. Well done. That's a victory well earned. Right, astounding success. We basically got everything at the cost of 1 gun and 192 soldiers. We did outnumber them 2-1. So I would say that is I can't call it a perfect result, but we have dealt with half of the reinforcements that just turned up in this region. So let's get this chap involved and charge over there. And we're going to take this fort. Aim true. Can we charge in? We've ordered someone in. I mean, are the enemy really going to try and throw another 1,000 men into this? Oh my god, Carroll's involved over here. Oh, well, Carroll's involved, but he's also routed these chaps, so that's brilliant. Wow. Surrender. Fantastic. Okay, let's carry on. Who's in this situation? We're going to drop off you. And I didn't actually intend... I beg your pardon. I did not actually intend for that to happen. Let's get everyone out. And can we get Smith of the New York militia? Okay, so fort. That place is held. Do you know what? I think we can do this with the regulars.
Charge forward.
Come on, Carol. We'll get these things as we go, but these troops are knackered now. That's a bit close. That's a bit close. We may take horrendous losses there. So what have we got? You guys are going to come up and just capture all the stuff in the back. Let me just check. It's okay. It's okay. We're still fine down here. Everything's good. We've got Fort Herkimer. We don't have enough resources for production. We can spend reputation points in the headquarters. What are we going to get? Refill the iron? I don't feel like that's a good one, but that one might be worth it for 3 points. I think Continental Army. What does that give us? You can now create skirmishers and artillery companies. I said I was going to spend. Let's spend. Let's spend on something that is going to make a considerable difference. Oh, we have more reinforcements coming up at the back. Excellent. Well, we did need this stuff. A submarine attack. This is a true story, guys. The world's first military operation involving a submersible vessel was initiated by the American Turtle. Its mission was to attach explosives to the undersides of British warships that were anchored. I don't think it was a success. 10% Navy research speed for 90 days. You can now recruit skirmishers and assign them to the infantry regiments. Skirmishers are light infantry. Yeah, well, they can be quite good, actually. So we're gonna consider our options for that. At the moment, I don't think we have enough of the Hunter rifles. We have in storage. We have 51. Okay, that's not bad. Brown Best 78. Ah, new Brown Besties. There should be. A big job lot of Brown Best 69s just turned up. 69s. They are the best muskets, obviously. We're about to take Fort Stanwix here. And these are the guys just fleeing for their lives. Excuse me. Okay, Evans is turning up. Let's get them ahead, because what we do not wish to happen...
Keep moving.
I'm just going to trigger this fight right here. So I'm going to advance a single unit to try and shoot up the enemy cannons. I don't want to scare the rest of the garrison off, but I do want to pepper these guys till they retreat. Because I want to get in position to storm the entire garrison. Yeah, that's the way to do that. That's definitely the way. No. No. Assholes. Why did they go in like that? Getting a little bit carried away there, I'd say, chaps. Definitely getting carried away there. So the enemy gunners have been neutralized, shall we say. Come on. Bring up the mortars. Where did I leave the mortars? I left them all the way down here. You can come up and start pounding away. Oh, the enemy are off. Oh, god damn. Can we capture them? I think they've got away, unfortunately. Yeah, they're away. Oh, no, maybe. No, they're away. They're away. Well, we really? That doesn't make... No. Army casualties and losses. It says we'd lost no infantry, but we saw some of the guys get shot down. Oh, shit. I also forgot to occupy the guns. So we're going to see the enemy try to get out of this. What we're going to do is order that. Come on. Charge. They've surrendered. That's brilliant. They've surrendered. Brilliant. So we should be moving up here. We need to add some... Oh, we have no specialists. I won't put the extra company in there. We need it, but I'm not going to put them in. Actually, we're just going to modify this. What are you guys armed with? I'm going to give you civilian muskets, because at the moment we need those Charlevilles elsewhere quite urgently, and I'm not anticipating a fight here. Stamford is vulnerable down there. That might be a mistake. We won't know. We won't know. My forts are nice and secure. That's okay. That's okay. What's that? Oh, it's okay. It's just an enemy fleet. We can cope with that. think there was a shortage of provisions up in the north, but no, everything's looking a lot healthier. So what are we in? We're in September. Ha ha ha. We might be coming back into an unpleasant time of year for food. I don't think there's much we can really do about that. We have no specialists for buildings, but we could put on some infrastructure which would help us get supplies further out here. That just costs us a straight up fee. That looks like it's building. We should have max infrastructure around. Do you know what? I should have put one in there anyway. All right, we're good though. We're good. So it's not winter yet, and we'll worry about that when it comes. So where did we go? Are we ready to bring the army down here? Almost. We've nearly got there. We've got this bit. So let's. You can go in and take forts. You can take Fort Stanwix yourself. And when Carol's captured that bit of supply, move forwards. Capture those two. All supplies, all guns are all welcome. Just enter that bit. What are these guys like? Casualties are not too bad. I think they're ready to go on. We just need someone to come and occupy Fort Stanwix. And someone is on the way. Loyalty is good. Loyalty is good here, so we don't need to worry about that. I wonder if the British are going to sit in New York over winter. I'd be super happy for them to do that. That would give me everything I need. I don't know where these guys are all off. Come on, capture the goodies over here. Right, let's get you out of there as you receive some reinforcements. Form an army. I'm going for Port Ontario. With your leader. Oh, he's not left. Form an army. Go to Port Ontario. In fact, let's just go there. Now, the reason I'm going there is because that is on the supply chain for these in the north. And it basically means that, I mean, everything's cut off. So they're going to be relying on local supply. I can only think of that as an advantage to me.
Push through.
And I think at this point, it is time to combine the armies of the north. So what condition is everyone in? These two, there's not enough officers, but they're otherwise in decent condition. And I'll need to leave some artillery behind. Yeah, I would say let's take these guys. And let's come out like that. Go and meet up with Ward over there. Like that. Bring Ward in, and we're going to go and march down on Fort Levi.
Victory or death.
And meanwhile, Mr. Evans, get in there. And then Bowden has managed to gather his supplies up, which is great news. Who's in there? Okay, I will leave some artillery in there. So let's go and deposit ourselves near Fort Stanwix. And then Port Ontario. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do from there. Whether we go north and try and meet up with this force coming down. Because I imagine the British might be trying to redeploy some of this to come and sort out. I'm not even going to get involved in that fight, actually. We don't need to because of that. Our storage is captured. The British captured Wyoming, and the Patriots were preparing a batch of funds for shipment. Unfortunately, all their work over the last few months fell into enemy hands. Wow. Carol, can you not get a charge on there? We've beaten them up. We've kicked them out, which is great news. I guess I could come down this way. It's a shame about that, but we kind of expected that to happen anyway, so it's no great surprise. I'm very surprised, really, that the British aren't coming out of there. Specialist recruitment. Oh, so good. So we can recruit more guys now. We'll go and do that. And the Continental Army, which I probably should have gone and had a look about and checked out. But that's absolutely fine. Okay, important stuff then. So what can we do? Dragoons. I'd say we definitely want Dragoons. +5 militia company starting stats. I hope that's retroactive. Infantry training. That's good. No, we need some cavalry in all this. So let's get that on. And the Chief of the Navy. Thing is, we don't really do much over there. Private charters. I mean, research speed is the only thing I can really think of that seems particularly... Apart from reduction... it says 5% production as well. We get a reduction in ship maintenance cost, but I do not want a 5% production cost. I guess it's diverting production efforts or materials into the Navy. I guess you'd see it like that, but it sounds shit to me, so... Let's jump in for the research speed. Because I don't know if that research speed also increases the research speed when we apply his efforts to doing one of these. It may not. We'll have to find out, but there's no harm in doing it. By the way, folks, I have loaded up the game as a new campaign as the British to see what it looked like. And I kind of like the look of it. Both of these are artillery, are they? Excellent. So, detach you. Are you going to go in? I don't actually want the whole... Where's disband brigade? I only want one of you guys in there. So you go in, and then you go out. Does that work? It does. Perfect. And you guys form a brigade. And march over there. But form a brigade first. And then march over there. Meanwhile, Carol's men should be taking that thing. The Hessian fly. Oh, shit. A major pest that floated to North America in the straw bedding of Hessian troops. Its effects on grain crops, including wheat, barley and rye, are devastating. So, for 90 days, which is the remainder of the year, we're on 50% provision production. I am so glad, actually, that we got that in September rather than in April or May, because that would have been devastating. But okay. Okay, alright, that we can live with. Oh, I've left my supply train behind. Terribly so. Let's go catch up. Meanwhile, back in the north, these guys are now in a position... Can we actually... I can put all those in. That's too big. So I can only put one of these in a brigade. So let's do that. Are we going to do that? They're going to form a brigade, but the whole lot's going to form an army. And then we're going to go... We are going to take this place this time.
Keep moving.
I am convinced of it. Okay, so we have points to spend and we have some production to spend, which is excellent. Down in New Haven... Can we get a warehouse down... Oh, that's not good. We've got too many people living here. I could pull out some militia to go and... Oh, what have we got here? What is this? The 1st New Hampshire and the 3rd New Jersey. I have no recollection of this. Where did these guys come from? I mean, they are most welcome, of course. But where did they come from? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Kingston might be able to free up some soldiers at this point. Anyway, I was going to go and look at our grain-producing areas. I mean, things like this are so important. Do we have the upgrade? The warehouse can... Basically, what I was going to do here was upgrade the warehouse, but it doesn't look like we need to. That's a blacksmith's house. What can we build in here? We can actually build a warehouse, so I'm going to slap that in. I would say that might be super important for hoarding goods for later. The carpenter's shop just makes things... Oh, they're on building something anyway. Oh, this needs an upgrade in Newport. We absolutely do, so I'm going to spend that. That's a huge chunk of specialists and resources. The rest of the resources we're going to put quickly into infrastructure. I'm going to put... Oh, we've already got one going in there. That's not going to hold out very long, I'm fairly certain. Infrastructure, very useful for getting supplies transferred faster. Actually, we're building it in most of the places around. probably doesn't matter so much for going out this direction as it does for travelling down there. We've got it going in most places. Maybe we'll not worry. I'll put one in there anyway. That's fine. So what I absolutely need to do now is nip around the infantry and put some more men into these units. We might break away. We probably should. We can't garrison all these chaps here. So let's take out this brigade, who are a little bit weaker anyway. And we can put them in Hartford, or we can prepare them, I guess, for the advance down here, because we're going to need to garrison these units as we go. I'm going to move them over to Fort Penn, because they're going to need to dispatch over there. And Fort Penn currently has enough provision to do what it needs to do. So this is, we're now under the limit for storing stuff there, which is excellent. Does anyone need reinforcements? The 2 professional units here. I love the uniforms, by the way. Let's go both of those. Get those guys in there. Right, let's see what we've got here. So the 1st New Hampshire, we can add in... Let's put skirmishers with the hunter rifle. Yep, there's never enough of those, but we're building some. Skirmishers and artillery, and you can have... we still haven't got enough of those. Artillery's not a good bet, actually, so let's not do that. Shall we instead... I don't want to do that now. I want to put Fusiliers, I think, with... We could probably go all brown Bess on these guys. They're currently using civilian muskets. Oh, sorry, that one already is. Okay. Let's hope we're going to go capture some more brown Besses, because this is the plan. Right, excellent. Now you are going to need something a little bit different. We'll go skirmishers. And we'll go Fusiliers, because they're... Unless we've got enough mortars. No, we haven't. Let's go for... Please tell me I've got something worthy of putting in here. I mean, we're going to have to mix these up, I think. We've got shit all of what we want. So, a few Virginia 76s. And the only reason I'm putting those in... Actually, we're going to be making these all winter. So, let's put them all in there. Let's put those in. Oh, nope, missed that one. There we go. Apply. It'll say there's not enough guns, but that's fine. Because production-wise, we are getting more. We need to keep on buying these. The money is absolutely plummeting down, so we're going to make some efforts into making some extra cash shortly. But for the moment... Oh, there's not even any Spanish... Oh, yeah, there is. I've just bought those. I was looking at the wrong ones. We have a whole lot of troops, and at the moment, we're struggling to afford everything. But that's okay. Right then, we're moving on Fort Levi. Port Ontario is currently ours. Evans men. I'm going to have to leave a whole force of 1,000 in there to try and hold Port Ontario, because if these guys... Let's go and see what strength does lie up here, actually. Let's just put you in there for the time being. We've got 1,400 men there. We've got 1,000 at Russell. Okay, I'm going to need to leave 1,000 there. These aren't particularly exciting areas to try and occupy.
Hold the line.
Let's go and try and take this. Oh, let's try and open fire on him. Is anyone going to try and open fire on him? They've come marching out. Give them a volley. Now click. Okay, well that caught me a little bit by surprise. The enemy came charging on a bit faster than expected. And here, as we can see, they've advanced their light infantry right into range. Let them come on. I've got my light infantry. Actually, we're seen. I was hoping we'd be hidden on that side, but we're not now. But let them come on. Aim at the great big fat group of guys right there, because their skirmishers are going to retreat. So this isn't actually a fort battle. The fort's not involved here. What I would do is let's try to move these guys up through the flank of the wood, because the first British assault is about to be beaten back. Hopefully with very heavy casualties. That is a perfect shot for the cannons right down that flank. If we can get... Ah, no, we couldn't. We couldn't get them in time. All right, let's make sure. Oh, hold. We're in good cover here. Let's make sure we're at the front of this, aiming out of this. We want to get our riflemen on those flanks if we can. Hold. Okay, so the enemy is now being spotted. Oh, shit. It is just militia, thankfully. We need to advance forward. Whoop, and pepper these guys. We're going to take a lot of artillery casualties here. Good, our riflemen should be able to defeat those. And with the light infantry driven off, we can then engage the main line. Those have gone. Charge. We could risk a charge over there. Oh, we've got artillery. Right, we're going to go and get those bad boys. For sure. Do you know what you should make? You should maybe be just shooting these guys right in front of you. Because canister fire at that range should be devastating. It is just militia, so hopefully it'll be driven off. Brilliant. Let's come and snipe at these, and we might risk a charge somewhere. We like the good old charge, we do. Oh, they're into combat up there. Charge. I see them failing. The artillery is... I just want to see a blast. Here we go. Canister fire. They've positioned them. Ready, and... boom! Yeah, it's dangerous. Dangerous, scary stuff. Riflemen taking some... or dishing out some damage over there. Right, those guys have retreated. Those guys have surrendered. You need to throw in the charge now. You need to come out of there. Excellent. We've got a good result up there. Captured soldiers are exactly what we want. Let's send everybody in now. Riflemen sniping away. Let's get involved in this fight. In fact, you go and get involved up there. Give the artillery some nice field of fire. Should we go for a volley? I think we should go for a charge. They're breaking. Charge! Ha ha ha! Give them the bayonets. They don't like it up 'em, Mr. Mannering. They don't like it up 'em. Minutemen taking some damage over there. Nice. More surrenderings. This is exactly what we need. This is how we defeat the British. Rout. Can we charge? Try a charge. I mean, it's it's very, very, very risky. Charge. Charge. I don't think we're going to catch that, and I don't think it's a good idea that we do either. So we'll let them go, and we'll take care of that upon the field of conflict. Turn those guns around a minute and shoot them. So our riflemen, our Minutemen with rifles are actually, I think they're pretty good. Right, can you now charge in? Is what we would like. You just hold and hold fire, because we're going to get friendly fire here. Charge. Charge. The most important thing, of course, is that we just occupy or capture those guns. Can we even do that? Yes, we can. We must remember to do that every single time. All right, excellent result there. I think we pretty much bagged the lot. There might be a few escaping, very few casualties. So let's see if we can get these guys caught up. Come on, we've got 2 brigades to do this. Let's bring Ward in. Now, then there's also the fort to deal with, which we'll try and bag as well. I've had a change of heart down here. What we're going to do is we're going to march the regulars north with Mr. Talmadge there. It makes sense to concentrate our forces because there's enough British here to cause some problems. So if I were to take these 2,000 men south, there's the opportunity to lose Port Ontario. So we don't want to do that. So let's get these guys going up here, and then let's see if we can just bag some stuff. Actually, did anyone get a promotion? We're trying to charge in. They've abandoned the fortress, which I suppose is fair enough. We can't. I don't think we can catch them, can we? Well, let's make sure we are actually capturing the fort. We're chasing these down. These do okay. That's going to lead to bad stuff if we carry on doing that. So let's get back up here. Occupy the fort. A brief bit of recovery. Hoskins' men can go in. We take that. Ward has just picked up some stuff. Excellent. He can go in briefly as well. And I would say... Right, let's see. We need to quickly change this over. We need to drop off the weakest unit here. We're going to go with just the regular militia. So leave brigade. Can we select the other guy, please? And bring you over there. It's very technical, is this bit? Very technical. And Dunbar goes in. And at the same time, you nip out. And we go and form this brigade over here. And we bring the supplies with us all the way. Excellent. Another fort captured. This is perfect. What have we got going on at the top? We have something for the Chief of Intelligence to look into now. Spycraft. Spycraft is actually not bad. We get 5% engineer research. The Culpeper Ring. Ship production and navy research. That we can all do without. So over here. Don't like where most of that is going. Do you know what? I will take that. It's research for the rest of our trees. So I guess it's stolen intelligence, I think. Form you guys into a brigade. Perfect. Form an army. And do we go after Russell or do we go for Fort Frontenac? Good question. Good question. Let's bring up the guys from down here first. Ooh, we could go for either. I would go for this fort over here. Capture that one. That would be the one to go for. But I think that's something for another day because... Oh, shit. I just saw this massive red blob on the minimap zerging out. Luckily, it hasn't gone anywhere. We need to watch for that because if they do send 4,000 men out somewhere, we should instantly move with our 10,000 from New Haven and cause some massive problems for them wherever that happens to be. We do have, at last, the opportunity to just reinforce this unit. So it's holding a fort. Let's give it some artillery. Doesn't matter what it is. It can be something garbage. And it's going to have to be something garbage, but that's fine. Because they're for holding fortresses. We can look at that later if we need to change it. All right. Okay. I'm quite happy with how things have gone today. We had some nice successful battles. The food situation going into another winter may turn out to be critical, but there's not a whole lot we can do about that. Other than just... Well, I guess we could recruit... some more wagons. Do we have enough officers? Easily. Right, let's put some wagons into this. And we'll get these building up supply in a rear area. Somewhere where there's lots of food. And then Salem would be quite good, actually. Let's get those guys out. Let's just quickly do that. Let's put them in Salem. They can gather the food there, and then transport it to wherever it's needed. We don't need massive stocks of stuff in the back where it's not being used. All right, great result, folks. Might be a huge battle around New York again. We're slowly... Ooh, have you seen this? Somebody dropped something there, so it looks like the British tried to attack Fort Montgomery, or maybe just went zerging past it and shat their pants in the meantime. No, I'm not going to move anyone over. And the problem is, if we move someone out to get it, we can't see because we don't have a general there. It's amazing the stuff you miss on the map if you're not watching it straight away. Anyway, definitely been a good day for the new Americans here. We'll see what they get up to in the next episode.